Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I just want to talk about, or kind of like, what did I just say? Or kind of like check in with you guys and see how things are going and have a little chit chat. So if you're interested in a video like that, please keep watching. So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I just really wanted this to be a real casual video and a chit chat, catch up with me type of thing, because I know with things where they are, it can be challenging. And today I have to admit, it was quite a challenging day. That's why I'm on video, because honestly, I feel like for me, creating content and sharing is therapeutic for me. And so hence why I'm here right now, creating content and that sort of thing. So if you do not know who I am, my name is Amber Turner. I am the CEO of Girl Censored, and Girl Censored is our women's apparel line, and you can see some of our clothing in the background. I'm actually wearing one of our pieces right now. And I also wanted to share, this hat is actually from a friend of mine on Instagram. His name is Jay. This month, actually, April, if you're watching this later, it's April 2020, is Autism Awareness Month. And he is actually selling these hats to benefit families with special needs and autism. So if you're interested in this hat, I will definitely leave the link below where you can contact him and purchase a hat, because some of the proceeds of this hat actually go to benefit a child with special needs or autism. So I wanted to share that if you're interested and you're just curious about my hat. I love it. I think it's super cute, and definitely support that. And I've shared this a lot too. Autism, early diagnosis for autism is very, very important. I know that a lot of children go undiagnosed and lack the tools and the things that are necessary to put in place for them to flourish in school. So early diagnosis is key and of the utmost importance. So I'm just a big proponent for that. So definitely check out the link below for that information about my hat. Besides that, I just kind of wanted to get on here. I was actually looking at some of the things in, I was actually reflecting on a lot of things from my past and things that I wanted to accomplish too. One of the things I used to do, I used to work in radio, and I really, really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed working in radio. And I actually, for like Throwback Thursday, shared a photo of me in the radio station and just like having a good time. And I honestly forgot about that period of my life. I don't know why, but I think too, being in quarantine and, you know, it does allow for a lot of self-reflection and maybe pondering on how you would like your life to look after all of this. And we get to some sort of normalcy and that sort of thing. And I think that that kind of made me think. It made me think about what dreams I had that are still dreams of mine, but I kind of put them at the back of my mind and forgot about them. And I think it's important to always have your dreams at the forefront of your mind at all times, because I honestly believe in your ability to manifest your dreams. So I was just, you know, taking some inventory and self-reflecting, and I was like, wow, I really love doing that. And that's actually why I like doing YouTube and things like that, because I enjoy it. I really do. Part of what I've done, I always wanted to use my voice in a way that impacted other people, and sharing my story in a way that people can benefit from my story or other people's stories for that matter. So I kind of wanted to get back into that. I was like, well, why not? I mean, I have a camera, I have some lighting. I mean, so I wanted to kind of I don't know, honestly. I don't know. I just wanted to get on here and create content, be honest with you. I just wanted to create some content. Yeah. But I also love one of the videos I used to do, well, not one of the videos, but some of the videos I used to do was actually answering questions off of Reddit, Twitter, and things like that, and just kind of sharing our opinions, because honestly, I feel like when it comes to different perspectives on life and opinions, that it's always interesting to see how people have come to their perspective. And I think it's important to honor that and respect that too, and to just be respectful of someone else's opinion, even if it differs from yours. But I always love to do that. So I wanted to get on here and do some questions. Let's get into some questions. So I guess we'll go to questions on Reddit and just answer people's questions. I think it's important. I said that already, but I think it's interesting to answer people's questions and give advice, to be honest. I mean, honestly, some of these questions are kind of like, you should have kept that. I mean, I know there's the saying that there's no stupid question, but I would beg to almost differ on some of these questions. Girlfriend talking while sleeping with eyes open. You might want to get some holy water for that one. Just saying. I mean, I think that's a thing. I think that's a thing. That would be pretty scary. I've never encountered that, but I think that would be pretty scary. Yeah. Okay, this is pretty relevant, and so we'll answer this question because I don't want to be scrolling forever. So we'll just talk about this. How to avoid boredom or cabin fever during quarantine. I think that's very relevant for a lot of people right now. So we'll just talk about that. Okay, so right now I'm creating content that I would say. I think too, a good thing would be to really take a deep dive and self-reflect on, like, what do you want your life to look like after this? Or perhaps what are some of the things that you kind of put off on the back burner, or perhaps that you just didn't have time for, but you so enjoyed, but you didn't have time for them, and now you have time for them. Perhaps you can fuel those kind of things and those passions in your life. Like right now, like I just shared before, I used to love radio, podcasting, and that kind of thing. And I got away from that. Hosting was always a passion of mine. And I got away from that because honestly, life took over and I had to really focus on other things versus hosting. And so right now I am creating content because I love doing it. And it's also kind of sharpening my skills, so to speak, because I haven't done it in a while, and it does take quite a bit of skill, especially like with radio, and you're just like, it's not edited, it's live. And I've gotten out of the habit of being live. So I think that for me too, it's like, looking at things and like, how can I fuel some passions of mine? Now, another thing that I would suggest too is create another vision board. Now, I think it's funny because, 2020, everyone was like, all excited about 2020, and now they're kind of like, let's go back to 2018. And I understand that there's a lot that has happened in 2020 already. But I think that it would be amazing, because like I'm even thinking of doing this, is to create a vision board during this time on how you want your life to look moving forward. We typically do it at the beginning of the end of the year, beginning of a new year. But why not do it now and actually like think, because I think that a lot of people have really had to really deep dive within themselves and like, oh my goodness, not because a lot of people are like, some of the things that they relied on, I know me included, I'm like, a lot of things that I relied on are not available to me anymore. So in events where that is not available to me, what did that do for me at the time? You know, how did that serve me? And perhaps I can do it for myself. Does that make sense? I think it's important for us to really like think and not have people think for us, but we think for ourselves and say, you know, this is what I want my life to look like. I'm not going to allow someone to tell me what my life should look like and that sort of thing. So I would suggest creating a vision board, keeping that dream alive, keeping the hope alive, you know, like keeping those kind of things at the forefront of your mind, because I know it's easy to sink down into the negative, and it's like, it's so important to keep your spirits high at this moment. So doing things like a vision board, even, you know, I understand people mostly do it at the end of the year, beginning of the year, but why not do it now? Like, there's no rules to all of this, right? So doing a vision board, I have a secret board on my Pinterest where it's kind of like my vision board, and I often go to it when I'm feeling down. Maybe starting up a new hobby too. I don't have time for another hobby. I don't have time for that. I mean, I guess I do, but I would rather do something else. But it's really a matter of perspective too. Dancing is always great. Music and dancing is always great for boredom. If you're feeling bored, just moving the body, getting your blood flowing. I had Tamika Caldwell. She's a group trainer on the channel not too long ago, and we talked about at-home workouts and the things that you can do at home, and having a jump rope. A jump rope is a great, amazing tool to just get your heart going, and it doesn't take up a lot of room. You know, all you need is like a little bit of space, and you can do that. So yeah, I think that's good. So perhaps we'll do one more question. But I also want to know from you, what are you doing to combat boredom at this moment? Comment below and let me know. Okay, I'm tired of scrolling, but there's this one question that I'll answer, and I think I can answer it pretty quickly. Is it possible to suddenly dislike someone? Yes. Yes. I think too, I think too, when it comes to dating relationships, that can definitely be a thing. Like because especially when you initially meet someone, you're usually infatuated. I think I said that correctly. Infatuated with that person. And a lot of times you just kind of like brush things under the rug, like red flags, you brush that stuff under the rug. But then something might come up where it was like, it's a huge red flag, and you're just like, like, no, you can suddenly just like, at least I can, drop all feelings for that person. Yeah, you can suddenly dislike someone. I mean, in that way, I'm not saying as a person, but when you're like in dating and relationships, I think that definitely can be the case, especially if they're new. It wouldn't be so much if they were around for a long time. I mean, because I feel like you develop things and you become like, you get memory or something. That's why it's so hard for people to get over people, even though they know that they were just terrible for them. Like, it wasn't going to work. It's not going to work. It never will work. I mean, that kind of thing. And it's hard for them to move past it and get over that person, because there is that memory that I feel like is almost energetic. I mean, we're getting into some crazy stuff because I'm into that. But it's that memory, that energetic memory that you're holding on to, or not holding on to it, but it's just there. And it takes a long time for that to go away. But in the beginning, like beginning stages, when you're really starting to get to know someone, and then you just find out something about that person that kind of is like, okay, no, and your feelings change just like that. I think that's possible. I mean, yeah, I think that's I think that's possible. But I would love to know your thoughts. Do you think that one thing can just suddenly change how you view that person when it comes to dating relationships? And it's in the beginning stages and you're getting to know that person. I would love to know your thoughts on that. But I'm going to end the video here because I don't want it to be way too long. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Also, we are having a sale at Girl Sensor, so go over there and check it out. We're having a sale on our shoes. It's 30% off all our shoes for the spring, and it ends April 7th, so definitely take advantage of that. Oh, what else? Also, okay, shameless plug, we have our Girl Censored magazine available on our website and our app. If you're download our app in the Apple Store and on Google Play, yeah, this magazine is free. All you have to do is pay for shipping. It is our lookbook. It has a lot of our looks in it. Oh, I just love it. So definitely check that out. But definitely download our app. Get our app. And that is all I have for this video. And until next time, I will check you in the next video. I'm always messing up, but peace.